Marvel has some amazing things coming up in the next few years, from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness to the possible introduction of the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There is a lot going on. Recently, we've just had so much tease from Marvel themselves, especially in the comic books. So, what's going on? Well, stay tuned because today we're going to discuss Marvel Teases Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals crossover for summer 2022. Here's what fans need to know. First up, we have Marvel Teases Avengers, X-Men, and Eternals crossover for summer 2022. While it's going to be a long time until we see the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals all on one screen together inside of the ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe, the comic books have been doing it for decades now. Just recently, we've had the announcement of a new crossover between these three groups that will be coming sometime next year in 2022. The new comic book Judgement Day was teased recently, according to comicbook.com. The event involves the Avengers and the X-Men, who previously clashed in the 2012 event Avengers vs. X-Men, and the Eternals. Marvel previously teased the potential for all-out war between the Eternals and the Avengers, as Earth's mightiest heroes are currently occupying the corpse of a Celestial as their home base. Marvel also recently announced that Eternals writer Kieran Gillen will write Immortal X-Men, a new X-Men series focusing on the Quiet Council of Krakoa, launching as part of Destiny of X in 2022. The X-Men and the Eternals currently parallel each other in an interesting way. The Eternals have long been immortal, but Gillen's run revealed that constant cycle of rebirth comes at the expense of human lives. Meanwhile, the mutants of Krakoa have discovered a way to avoid death using nothing but the mutant gifts of 5 among them. Thus far, the mutants have kept this a secret. What might happen when the Eternals and the Avengers find out the truth? To really understand what's going on right now inside of the comic books, you really need to be reading. Otherwise, just stick with the MCU. We have lots coming out soon. And now, what else has been said about this new crossover? Kieran Gillen is writing a part of this story, and some interesting things have been said from the man himself. So, what has been saying? Well, so the match is lit, and Immortal X-Men is a book about the burning. To speak in a Hickmanian idiom, this is the new Avengers to Jerry's Avengers. Gillen said in a statement announcing his return to the X-Men line, having previously written Uncanny X-Men leading up to Avengers vs. X-Men. This is the book about Krakoa and the Quiet Council, with all its muffled screams. It's about a group of people, some of whom are convinced they're in the West Wing, some who have designs to be in House of Cards, at least one who knows they're in Veep. It's big ideas, politics, fights, and fashion, lies, creation, and destruction, all told across the wildest possible canvas, in time and space. It's some characters I've written before, with the volume turned up. It's me falling in love with some characters I've never touched. It's me somehow talking Marvel into paying me for having this much fun. He also went on to talk about the importance of this story and how certain large players will be introduced that he really wanted to mess around with. He said it's going to be an epic, but his aim is for this entire story to become a classic in the years to come. Marvel has many stories that people either love or despise. There isn't much in between. Hopefully this new story comes towards the classic side and doesn't leave a bad taste in everyone's mouths when it's launched in 2022. And now, onto some more Marvel news. Next up, Kim Kardashian posts Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. If you haven't watched Spider-Man No Way Home, get out of there and watch it. It's such an amazing movie. We're going to be talking about some spoilers, so watch out if you really haven't seen it already. So what happened with Kim Kardashian and the movie? Well, it seems like she posted some spoilers from the film onto her Instagram timeline. Kim Kardashian actually had her very own private screening of the movie and took some photos and posted them to the Instagram. Even though the film had already been out for more than a week already, fans were not happy about her doing this. The photos were of the inclusion of Toby and Andrew in the movie, which fans were angry about her posting. She went on to take down her Instagram story, but the damage had already been done. When it comes to spoilers for the movie, Tom Holland was very happy that he didn't need to hide the spoilers from the movie anymore. It's been a long few years for Holland, and now the cat is out of the bag. It'll also be nice to start talking about the film now that everyone has seen it. There's so many stories I haven't told because it's all been a secret," he said. "You know, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and I had one of the most incredible experiences working together. We're the only 3 people to have ever played this character on the big screen, and that creates this brotherhood, this friendship that goes past just knowing each other," Holland added. "We have a shared experience that only us 3 have, and because of that connection, the relationship that we had on set, I'm sure it comes across on screen, was like we were long-lost brothers, and I want to talk about it. Honestly, it was the highlight of my career. Put me on stage in front of 1,000 people. I have so much to tell that I haven't been allowed to. I'd love to keep talking about this movie." And now we have Spider-Man No Way Home has just become the highest-grossing film in history for Sony. Over the past few weeks, Marvel and Sony's Spider-Man No Way Home has been raking in money as it slowly reached the $1 billion mark in the box office globally. All this was also before the film actually released in China. According to comicbook.com, the film has brought in $516.4 million domestically and $644.9 million internationally for a worldwide cum of $1.16 billion in its first 12 days at the US box office. Domestically, the film took in $21.3 million on Tuesday from 4,336 locations, bringing its cumulative box office to $516.4 million, the 3rd fastest film of all time to reach $500 million. Internationally, the film grossed $28.4 million on Tuesday, bringing its total to $644.9 million. The main reason for all of this is that the film is just amazing and easily one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. The fan buzz around this movie, even before it was released, was just insane. With all the leaks and the stories about the film going around the internet, fans just wanted to see it already. Now that it's all said and done, the movie's basically perfect for the fans. The film wraps up 3 generations of Spider-Man and creates one amazing story to back it all up. Critics have had some amazing things to say about the film, including comicbook.com's Spencer Perry. He wrote, "Spider-Man No Way Home marks a clear line in the sand for this character, a delineation point of where things might go. Throughout the movie, the implication is that this huge story must be told so that things can go back to being smaller, family-friendly, neighborhood-sized. But can they? Will Marvel and Sony allow a follow-up to this movie to actually be contained? The economics of modern Hollywood would certainly lead you to believe the answer is no, but Marvel and Sony leave things in an interesting place and clearly have a Peter Parker suited to handle more. If it is the end, though, it has the best final shot of any of the Marvel Studios Spider-Man movies." Perry gave the movie a 4.5 out of 5, which is just amazing. Clearly, the film is doing wonders for everyone, and they just love it so much. And that's the end of the video. Clearly, Marvel has some amazing things on the horizon and has a very bright future ahead of itself. The main thing recently has been the amazing success of Spider-Man No Way Home. The film is monumental and clearly is one of the best comic book movies of all time. It created some amazing stories from fans, and it was an experience fans will probably never feel again. The film has broken so many records. This is on track to be one of the highest grossing films of all time. It'll probably be in at least the top 10 over the next few weeks. Sony and Marvel know that this film did well, so the next few Spider-Man movies should be even better. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.